G'day gamers, welcome to New by Design. Gonna be doing a video here today on the Division 2 beta. We're gonna go ahead and show you guys some Dark Zone gameplay where I go ahead and face off against two 4v4 PvP matches where we end up winning both of them, and then an epic extraction where I barely get everything out before they finally get us back. Alright gamers, so we're going to go ahead and kick this video off, first off with a PvP match, or some PvP gameplay, I guess would be a more appropriate way to say it. I love that about this Dark Zone here, that you can kind of switch from PvP to PvE and just kind of keep on going back and forth. You can fight some mini bosses in the PvE version while kind of taking your backup and looking out for some PvP stuff where you have other players trying to go ahead and get you. This is going to be the first time I've played PvP this weekend where I've actually been on a decent enough team to actually get some wins, and we end up going back to back with two PvP wins with 4 versus 4. I got 4 on my team, there's 4 on that team, and we do pretty well. My team does really well, although to be honest with you, for the most part here at this first one, they kind of just are more taking fire than actually anything else, because I seem to do the majority of the damage, just kind of, again, more luck that the other team is focusing on my teammates rather than me. Probably could have did this one a little bit differently and took out that turret sooner than I ended up doing it, just because it ends up doing a lot of damage to me and to my teammates later. You can see we've got about 3 of them down here right now. They've got a turret up and a last guy here that's difficult for me to get because for whatever reason I keep on ignoring completely that turret there. Lucky enough I was able to actually get that guy down while he was doing the res, otherwise it would have been 2 up, and you can see I had a super close call, probably the best med pack timing I've ever had, and again that guy, again, everything working in my favor here with him end up running out of ammo when I am just a hair from death. Kind of a good timing there with the shot of their grenade from my teammate there while I finish this guy off. Again, that is going to go ahead and get rid of that entire team, which is the first team that we end up fighting. Next off here, we'll end up going to do some PvE stuff, and we'll go ahead and check out what that's like. Again, really lucky to get this team because this Dark Zone can be just an absolute nightmare and completely annoying if you get on a terrible team. And for whatever reason on this beta, I didn't try to actually hook up with any players that I know. I just kind of went ahead and did random pickups, so your chances of getting a good team on that are reduced significantly. Again, this is going to be one of those mini bosses here. You actually get these quite a bit, and it's going to be any of the bosses with the golden colored health bar, but also they're named. Like that guy there had a specific name, and that means he's going to be one of the mini bosses. Generally speaking, as you get higher up, they have a higher chance of dropping better items. You can see right now in the beta, I don't really get anything good fighting these guys at all the whole time because of the low level and all that kind of stuff. However, I did end up going to do some of the end game content as well, and you end up getting pretty much solid yellow drops from any of the bosses at all involved in that. If you guys would like to see a video on that, again, I do have one up already. I'll go ahead and link it at the end of the video here. But if you guys would like to see more, go ahead and drop that in the comments below. I'll see if I can get some more content out. If you guys enjoy this Dark Zone stuff, again, just let me know and I will do the same thing, see what I can get with you. Although, like I said, it is really tough in the beta here to get a good team because there's a lot of guys here that are playing together, have played together for a really long time, and they just seem to annihilate people. Again, though, really having a lot of fun with the PvE, but I really hope when they do release this game that for whatever reason, I mean, again, it's kind of the weak way to do it, but I hope there is an option to play Dark Zone with just PvE only, because it will tend to retain a lot more players, because I know there is a lot of people that just have zero interest in playing the PvP portion of it because they can just get absolutely annihilated here. This is going to be the extraction I show you guys. It is different than the one that I showed you guys at the start of the video there. This is going to be one where I kind of call it in just a little bit too soon because there ends up being one of the palace landmark here is up, so we end up going to try to clear that. That is when we get into a bit of an epic PvP battle. At least if you ask me, it was pretty awesome. It was really, really close where we almost ended up wiping, but again, I just had some pretty good luck going in my favor there. You can see the rest of my team is going off, so we'll go ahead and avoid this extraction here and call for it later while we go ahead and work our way to the landmark here to try to get some extra loot to extract. Anyway, I never really noticed, or at least last time when I played the Division 1, I always seemed to know when my bag was full of stuff I had to extract, but I feel like in this game, not as many of the items dropped in here are contaminated as in the Division 1, because it seems like your bag never really fills up, or at least it didn't fill up for me for quite some time. You can see we've got a bunch of higher level enemies here. No named ones just yet, but they do come in just in the future there. This team ends up jumping us at a pretty bad time. You can see the team is coming at us right now, and it's when we're already engaged. We've already started fighting the higher level mobs here, and you can see this guy's kind of dancing all over the place here, so ended up getting rid of him pretty quickly. We got another guy here, which again, just kind of luck that these guys aren't even really shooting at me, that I'm able to take both of them out pretty quickly, with again some help from my buddies over there as well. We've got two more coming through here, and we've got one of our guys just went down because again, we're fighting these gold colored mobs, or the higher level enemies, and I know there is definitely some other guys here somewhere, but we're still working our way through. This is going to be probably their best player here. End up almost getting him gone so quickly there, and just get some really bad luck, or actually I do take him down. I thought it was the same guy, but now I see that it was actually a different player that went right behind him, and that's going to be the final one on the team. As you can see, I'm in a bad situation, he's in a bad situation, we're both the last, the rest of our teams are completely gone, and at this point I don't even really know for sure if the other if the bosses and everything are gone yet or not. So anyway, we keep on going down. I'm out of health packs, really in a bad spot for health here. Fortunately, I had my turret, or my I can't remember what this one's called, but the little thing that flies above you here, and it's set to actually charge my health. End up getting this guy again, kind of running at me. Bad play by him, worked out really well for me. Almost really poorly timed, because you can see more enemies ended up respawning. I've got no health packs here, and I am completely almost dead. So basically, I am in almost the worst situation possible. I can't believe that RC car didn't actually kill me, and I'm pretty much at this point forced to kind of get my way back out. So at this point, we'll go ahead and work our way back over to the extraction, recall it, and kind of hope for the best. Again, in a really bad spot here, just because I know as soon as what's going to happen, as soon as I call for this extraction, of course, I'm just going to miss this one. This is the extraction I called earlier, and it is literally, I can see the cord going up. Would have been awesome timing if I could have grabbed that, but either way, I can't, so we'll have to go ahead and call another one, and basically what that's going to do is recall a whole bunch more enemies, and again, alert that team we just took out that we're going ahead and we're still in this area trying for that same extraction. This one is going to be pretty epic, and the reason for it is because, as you can see, my health is terrible right now. We're about to call for an extraction. My teammates did get back to the area, but there's one guy that for whatever reason disconnected. I don't know if he got annoyed that he ended up getting killed there, or if he's just having some connection issues. I suspect it may have been something probably closer to being annoyed, because that guy for whatever reason seemed to die a whole lot in this thing here. And again, it could have been because it was his first go around or whatever, but either way, it doesn't affect anything, because we're going to keep on going through here trying to clear the rest of this landmark while we are going to wait for the new extraction, which I couldn't call right away for just because there is a bit of a cooldown on how fast you can time it. I'm going to go ahead and do something stupid here while I walk into fire while I'm already low of health. Kind of a bit dumb, but it's not the first stupid thing I've done, hence the name choice of my channel of Noob by Design. Anyhow, you can see we've finally almost cleared this landmark. There's a couple more people here, and again, going ahead to run into the fire. Just really, really smart moves by me there. You can see, again, we're pretty much done at this point. I've got no health. I can't really play around there. We've got the landmark cleared. That guy took out the last minor enemy there. So we're going to go ahead and have to work our way through here. Again, I got some more enemies going through here. Just random guys on patrol here. Nothing too worried about here. Just the normal red guys here. So we're going to have to go ahead and call this extraction, because right at this point, we've got a decent amount of loot. We got everything we got from killing that first team. Then we went ahead and took out the second team. Didn't really get any loot from that. But at this point, you didn't see it all. But I cleared, I think, at this point, 5 or 6 landmarks. So just basically the random loot that you get from there. Really, when I seen that guy go down, I should have been more cognizant of the fact that it was probably that other team kind of working their way back to this area here, but I didn't really pick up on it. Big tip for those guys with the shields. You see what I did just there? Went ahead and started shooting at the feet. Go ahead and do that, because otherwise you're going to be shooting at that shield forever. However, that said as well, if you shoot enough at the shield, it will actually explode or destroy the shield. And basically what that'll do from that point is obviously open them up to taking a lot of damage all around. This last extraction ended up calling just a ton of enemies, which again is really unfortunate when you have no med kits at all available. and you got a whole bunch of enemies coming in here. So I'm basically going to kind of work my way, stay back, use the marksman rifle here that I managed to get that already had a scope on it. Love these rifles, and I love that you don't actually have to do anything to like steady the aim. Like a lot of games like Call of Duty and all those games, you have to actually hold the left button down just to make sure that you can actually prevent it from waving all around. You can see again, I'm in a really bad spot for health here. We've got a couple shield guys charging at me here. We've got at least some decent time, end up going down. Fortunately, teammate really close to me, and I went down right behind this barricade here, so it's pretty decent and safe spot to actually get the raise. Again, in a bad spot here, trying to retreat while we try to work on some health. Almost went down again. And we will see how things go here. We end up timing it. Obviously, I know how this went because this is actually recorded after the fact I'm doing the audio. I can see that the helicopter has now arrived, or the extraction chopper has arrived. Not going to try to get it extracted just yet. We'll try to clear a couple enemies, try to get it so that it's a little bit closer to the actual extraction time. Again, that was sort of poor planning, and the reason it was such poor planning is because I wasn't thinking that that other team was probably going to come back. So we'll go ahead and raise this guy real quick. Once we get him raised, we'll try to get our extraction stuff here. Thank God I had this thing out healing me, or obviously I would be long dead. Probably even stayed there just a little bit too long as it was anyway, because I really have no health and I now have nothing left in the healer. You'll see that right quickly after this is going to be what I was saying. In my view, this was a pretty epic one. Again, didn't notice that that guy died, or didn't notice why he died. Obviously, that is going to be PvP, because he would not have died anywhere near that fast, or really probably at all if the AIs were attacking him, because for the most part, the AIs will stop once you actually go down. Ended up getting myself so that I'm almost full health, or at least no shield, but almost full health, and I don't notice at all that everybody around me is dying or whatever. Unfortunately there, I see that there's 3 of them. Absolutely nothing I can do, but that guy's gonna go ahead and kill me, think he's awesome, and realize I've already extracted everything. Any of you gamers, you guys can go ahead and reach out to me on my Twitter account at NoobByDesign, or on Facebook /NoobByDesign. If you guys enjoyed this video, I sure would appreciate if you guys would hit that like button, and don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you guys can see more content just like this. Alright gamers, thanks for watching.